You've got me fresh off a wedding.
She's fresh off her wedding, guys.
She's fresh. She just got back this afternoon.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep, I did indeed.
I can't wait to hear about this wedding.
Yeah. Shall we get started?
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hayley.
And we are your wedding planning experts.
Here to spill the tea on the inside of wedding planning and everything that goes with it.
Expect our honest opinions, the real juice of what happens on a wedding day.
With a few tips thrown in between.
And also just a chat between friends.
And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And let's get you wed! Woo! Well, you've actually got me fresh off a Tesco run because...
From rags to riches, guys.
Because my lovely American company, this is what you're going to get today, guys. Sorry, but I'm fresh off a wedding.
I want to hear all about it. We're just here for the tea on that, to be honest with you.
Here for the tea. Yeah, my lovely American couple fly in today. So I'm going... First thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to see them because they've got guests arriving from Wednesday and I'm doing all the welcome kits for them.
Oh, okay.
So there was some, they're basically doing these little welcome kits for people that are staying at their venue. And they're doing half American, half British. So they've posted me a load of stuff from America. And then I've just gone to Tesco and bought a load of British things. McVitie's Digestive.
I was going to say, what are they classing as British?
Yeah, I did. They didn't ask for them, but I did throw in some dairy milks because I thought, you can't not.
They're owned by there's a bit of a hybrid there because they're sort of they were obviously founded here in the UK, but actually now they're owned by an American company, aren't they?
Oh, well, don't tell me that.
Sorry. Right, it's both. You've got the American. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you're right. It's a bit of both.
As you can tell, I know about my chocolate.
You do, yeah, I like that. And some bottles of water, which it was just so much cheaper than posting them all. She was going to order them off Amazon. I was like, no, I'll just go Tesco. It's cheaper
go and get it.
On Amazon. So so I've been to do that, and then I've got it all laid out in my lounge. I've got the boxes, I've got the tags, and I just need to pack them all up. So my plan is, I got home today. I got home at 12. I was supposed to watch an hour of Off Campus. I ended up watching 3 hours of Off Campus.
I am behind with this because I have not watched it.
Oh my God!
When I heard about this, I thought, I bet this is something Hannah's watched.
Yes, you knew it.
I was like, I bet she's even read the book if it's a book.
I did. So I was reading the book as it came out, because I knew it was coming out. So I just finished the book a couple of days ago.
Love that.
I got straight on the series. So I'm obsessed. But I also started watching every year after because I've read every summer after.
Oh.
And it's all right, but I was more excited for Off Campus, so I started that this weekend. So that's my plan for this eve. Welcome boxes plus Off Campus. What more could you want in life in wedding season?
Pretty good, to be fair.
I'm feeling great gratitude for my work right now. I get to go to Tesco and buy digestives, and I get to watch Off Campus while I'm doing my job, people.
That's amazing. You've got it all sorted, you have.
I got it sussed, babes.
So tell us about this wedding that you've just done.
I think this is why I'm very tired.
I bet you are.
I went to sleep about 2:00 this morning. The world of London woke me up about 5 a.m, but I went back to sleep till 9, so I didn't do too badly. But I they're just such a nice couple. So Naomi and Aviv, they got married yesterday at Middle Temple, Jewish wedding.
Lovely.
And it was just, they really deserved the best day. They're just such genuine people.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, when you just
want you to have the best time.
Yeah, when you genuinely stay in touch, because I genuinely want to know how your life is.
Yeah. I want life updates. It was a busy day. So because it was London dry hire kind of style venue, we were in at 9 a.m, out at 1 a.m. You know? So you're doing everything in one day, as obviously you know how that works. But it was, do you know what? It kind of went, so I got there at 9, and the guy, the venue guy, he was like, oh, hi, you the caterer? I said, oh, no, I'm the planner. He went, oh, you're here early. I said, well, no, the caterer's coming at 10, so Not really. I always come before the first part.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, it was like, oh, the guys here to put the hooper up. It's going in the middle of the lawn, isn't it? I was like, no, it's going at the top, in front of the stairs. So I'm like, straight away, I'm like, well, good job I am early.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been in the wrong place.
Hooper would have been in the wrong place.
Oh, no.
It kind of started nice and chill, and then it just kind of ramped up from there by I feel like 11 a.m. It just didn't stop. The calls would come in thick and fast.
Oh.
We're here. Where's this? Who's this? What pants should I wear? But no, it was good. But I had my full team yesterday, so they just cracked, and I knew it would be like this because it always is when you're in that situation where it's all in one day.
Yeah.
I was literally purely there just to speak to everyone, speak to the suppliers, and also the family were very heavily involved, both sets of parents. They had their two uncles who were the MCs very involved, so there was a lot going on. This was the one that I was telling you about, and actually I said so. The couple stayed at the Savoy. Big up to the Savoy. I just love it.
Big
so
up
much.
the Savoy.
Every time I go in that place, I'm just
love it.
It just makes you feel so good in there.
It just makes you feel posh, even if you're not posh.
I know, right?
You're like,
it
I'm
really
posh.
does.
Just walking through here, I'm posh now.
Literally, and again, the staff are like, "Hello, good morning."
Yeah.
I literally look like staff right now. You're like,
yeah.
But you're still being nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were in one of those insane suites as well with the butler.
No, that's
the free
insane.
drinks,
Please
the same as my last
stuff.
couple a few weeks ago. Yeah, just so cool. So I kind of started with the setup, got my team on it, then went back. I'd got all the place cards in order, so that was really good. I went and got them the night before from the couple at the Savoy, put them all in order, so that was all ready to go. So it's one of those, it's the classic, we're just so used to it now that you think, all we've got to really do is put the ceremony chairs out, put the place cards out, put the menus out. And I had a team of 4 people, and that took us all day pretty much. It sounds ridiculous, but it's not, because there's all those other little things in between that need to be done, like we were talking about, the things that crop up, and little the things that just
unforeseen things.
Yeah, and things you just can't write on paper that you just naturally do, but they do take you time. That tablecloth doesn't look great, we'll rearrange that, or we'll steam it, or we'll do this, or so there's just a lot of things that go into it. So then I headed off, went to see them. It was very nice and chilled in the hair and makeup, I was about to say studio, but sweet.
A little less sweet.
Yeah. And then went back to the venue. Like I say, it was all then kicking up. There was just people everywhere, stuff going on.
Did they have production company or anything?
Yeah, production, 2 different bands.
Okay,
one
it's
for the
quite
ceremony,
a lot. That's
one
quite a
for
lot to navigate.
Literally, yeah. Lots of parking questions, lots of full-on catering team going on. But the catering manager, that's the first time I'd spoken to him, but he worked with the catering company. But so we were going through things, and just a lot going on. Nothing. Do you know what? I was thinking about this yesterday. Yeah, when I do an on-the-day management and something goes wrong and we fix the problem, that makes me really happy, because I'm like, I feel like I was needed. I go away from that if I weren't there, you'd be fucked at your wedding. When it's a full plan, if something goes wrong, I feel like I'm bad at my job, because why did that go wrong?
Yeah.
Because I've planned it, right?
Yeah.
Nothing really major went wrong, if I'm honest. The biggest thing was, and this has been a whole conversation. I've been working with these guys for just over a year. So they booked me in April 2025. So just over a year. And the whole time we've been having conversations with the catering company that the tables in the main hall at this venue are long, bare wooden tables, right? So big, long, Hogwarts 5 banqueting tables, right? Really cool.
Yes,
and their theme was lime green and lilac, and it was very outdoorsy. They used moss in the flower, moss balls with ivy growing out of them and things like that. It was really bring the outdoors in. The hooper was made out of almost bare tree trunk.
Oh, okay,
kind of
like
vibe,
birch,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's it, birch. Yeah. With all very whimsical branches and stuff on it. Very cool. So we'd had the conversation. So because it's a full kosher wedding, normally you have to use kosher linen. So that doesn't contain certain fibers. There's no animal fibers in it. That's normally what's done. But she wanted the bare tables, right? So we had multitudes of conversations about this. So we went from buying the woven mats to Then in the end, we landed on charger plates. So the venue were like, that's fine, you can use our charger plates. Great. On the day, so with a kosher wedding, don't know if people know this, but you have what you call the shoma, which is, he's like a religious supervisor. So he'll come in and he'll say whether you're abiding to by kosher laws.
Right.
If you're
My
not,
God, I didn't know this. This is, yeah.
I know, right? If you don't, the kosher caterer can lose their license. So this is important, and they can say, no, we're not serving this food, because the guests that are there, a lot of them are strictly kosher.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you need to make sure that you're abiding to that. He was like, it's not kosher to have the cutlery on the wood table. Well, obviously the cutlery's not on the charger plate, is it?
Oh no.
But the caterer had this conversation with the rabbi. So the rabbi heads up the team, you know.
Yeah.
So they'll say, yeah, what you're allowed to do. Yeah.
Is it like they make the final decision?
Yeah. So they're like part of the KLBD, which is basically like, yeah, they basically tell you what you have to do to make this wedding kosher.
Yeah.
So they'd said to the caterer, yeah, that's fine. She'd explained the situation, what we were going to be doing. They'd said it was fine, apparently, according to the caterer. Whether they did, I assume so, because why would they want to cause themselves that much ag? On the day, he's like, no. We went in, we were like, come on, please let us do this. You told us we were going to be doing this. Like, what are we going to do? So he was like, okay, this is a shoma. No, okay, fine. You can do it. Then he goes off on his phone, comes back, and I've just spoke to the rabbi. You can't do it.
Oh my gosh.
No!
Oh my gosh.
I know. So we basically, in the end, what we did, it was one of those points where there was a point where two people were asking me a question at the same time.
Oh.
I was dealing with so many different things. My feet by 2 p.m. were already burning because I'd done that many steps.
That is rough.
So the caterer comes up to me, he's like, Hannah, we can't do this cutlery. I'm thinking we do, but didn't even hear what he said. I just do it. Just whatever you think, just do it.
Just do it.
So what he did was we folded, so we had alternate lime green and lilac. You know the just for linen napkins that thick?
Yeah, the Urbanes.
Yeah, love it. Oh, you had it for your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. That lovely material. So we had those for the napkins, and they'd folded them really nicely. We had those on the plates with the menu on the top, which were also like a nice lime green and lilac, really nice.
Love it.
Menus. So in the end, we took the napkin off. He put it on the left-hand side. He put the main cutlery on the napkin, and then he laid the dessert cutlery down just before they had dessert. Because then we were like, well, if we lay all of it on the napkin, people are going to be a little bit confused about what they're using. They might then just put it down on the table.
Yeah.
So then if the showman comes in and he sees that people are putting cutlery on the bare table, then he could then say this is an issue.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh my gosh, that is mad.
I know.
That is
so
mad.
that was our biggest issue.
Wow.
So
that's a lot riding on that decision though, on the day.
But I went to the Savoy this morning. Bride's parents, her uncle, they were all there eating breakfast, and I was chatting, and I said, did you notice anything about the cutlery? And they said, no, none of them noticed.
Thank God.
Then I told them the story. They were like, what? Didn't even notice. And what we did was we got photos with it on the table. But I was like, literally said to the showman, no, in the nicest possible way, it's already sat on the table, so what's the difference? And he was like, do you want me to stand here and tell you you've got to rewash it? And I said, no, I revoke that.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But that's really nice.
Yeah. Oh God, imagine. That is, I didn't even know that was a thing. It's really interesting, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that. Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
So yeah. I know, but yeah, so that was like probably the biggest thing, but it was just a full-on day. I think I've said on here before, and I said this to a couple this morning, this was my wedding of the year where I was really concerned about the timings. There was no kind of buffer. There wasn't like, an hour after dinner where you just mingle and there's not a lot going on, and you're a bit like, well, if we go into that time, it's not the end of the universe. Like, there was nothing, like that wedding I had back in May when I was saying, we really ran over by like an hour, but they had an after party, so it didn't really matter. And I said to the couple, like when we first started working together, you said to me, you really, that end of the night, like that party time was really important to you. Well, the venue rules were we had to turn music off at 11:30, so we had like 2 hours programmed in. So that to me that was important to them. So it was important to me to make that happen for them.
Yeah.
So I was so conscious of time. But literally, we were only 15 minutes behind.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's
considering how much we had going on. And I mean, like, we had ceremony, we had canapes, then we had a start. They had to go off, so they have to do like the legal sign-in. They have to do the yukid, which is, have I told you about what the yukid is?
No.
So it's like where they spend 10 minutes alone together. Like, no one's allowed in the room. You have to close the curtains. You have to lock the doors. And then like any other doors. And then you have to stand, or the rabbi has to stand at the door that's unlocked. No one's allowed in. And obviously, traditionally, they consummate the marriage.
Oh my goodness.
I know. But it was so funny,
shocked.
right? So I said to the rabbi before they went in, just FYI, there's CCTV in that room. So when he was stood outside, he was like just sat on the floor. He was a really cool rabbi. He was really young. And I said to him, did you tell him there's no CCTV? And he was like, oh, no, I didn't. He was like, I was like, you really need to tell him. And he was like, I can't tell him. He was like, you tell him, you tell him. So I knocked on the door. I was like, guys, just to let you know, there's CCTV in the room. And they were laughing. They were cracking up.
Do you think they actually were doing the
No.
doing the do?
No, probably not. Just having a chat, probably. So they had to do that. Then they came back out. Then we did family photos, and there was quite a lot of photos to get through. Then we did canapes, and there was a starter station. There was the band.
Oh, what's a starter station?
It was like live cooking, and she
Oh
made
my
like
gosh, how
bread.
cool.
Well, it was supposed to be live cooking, but we couldn't get any of the ovens to work on the power outside, which was a nightmare. But it was fine because it was all made inside, and then they just heated them through outside.
That's
so
right,
it was
yeah.
fine. But yeah, it was like they had like bread and meat and salads, and then you'd like kind of build this little like
I love
like
that.
little flatbread kind of vibe.
Yeah, nice.
And then when we went into the hall, it was like in between each course was like speeches, round of dancing, because that's what they do in Jewish weddings. They dance in between courses, Israeli dancing. They're up on the chairs with the hora and things like that. So there was a lot going on. There was a lot of stuff.
A lot of components there.
Yeah, like prayers at the end. Like, yeah, there's a lot. So, and that's just how it is with Jewish weddings. Hindu weddings are the same. There's just a lot of like religious elements to fit in throughout the day, and that's important. So, but yeah, that was so I was really happy with that, with the timings.
That's really good.
So yeah, it flowed to time.
Amazing.
One little bit of goss.
Pray tell.
So at about 9:30, the bride got changed. Awesome dress change, by the way. She went into this like little short dress. The dress in the day was like, it was like a pinky cut, almost like a similar vibe to yours actually.
Oh, like an off.
But it was tight. It was like a fish mermaid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was like like an off pink, but glitter lace with the glitter.
Oh, I love that. I love the sound of that. Yeah.
So nice.
I'm not a fan of glitter.
And then, and then she got changed into a short white dress that had like all feathers on it.
Love
really,
it.
really nice.
That's
like, all along the
cool.
top.
Yeah.
Quickest dress change I've ever got. Like, so I put in like 15 minutes for that, but she got changed in about 2 minutes. I kid you not.
Wow.
She was
Legend.
so quick.
Legend.
Brilliant. So yeah. Oh, and his brother sang a song as well, which I thought was really, really cool.
Was
Oh
it?
my God,
Could he sing well?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes
he played his guitar.
It's awkward when someone can't sing and then they do something like that, and you're yay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So I took her dress back to the Savoy because they were like, oh, it's quite heavy, and they were going to walk. It's literally a 10-minute walk to the Savoy. So they were like, oh, we don't want to like have to carry it at the end of the night when we walk back. So I took it for them, and got to the Savoy. Me and Sophie are walking there. We went together. 3 lads having a full-on fight outside, like pushing each other.
Of the Savoy?
Yes!
Wow, that is
I
despicable.
was in shock. They was like, the security guards will come. And these guys were like quite short. They were like not much taller. Like they were quite short guys.
Oh
They
dear.
were young.
Short kings.
Maybe it's like in their like early 20s, like late teens.
No.
And literally, I'm going to Sophie. How are these affording to go to the Savoy? Like how are they fighting
Yeah.
outside the Savoy? The security guard comes out. He's like 6 foot. And he stood next to them. Like, what's going on? And they're still not like stopping. They're like push.
God.
One of them like flicked the other one on the head. Like it was kicking off, and I'm like standing there like this. I'm trying to look out the window like, what's going on? And Sophie's like, come on, we need to go. And then we come back down and the fight was over.
Oh, what a
We
shame.
missed it.
Oh,
I
that's
think
annoying.
they probably got moved on. I know.
I cannot believe that happened outside of Savoy, to be honest with you.
I've never seen anything like it at the Savoy.
Lowering the tone.
lowering the tone.
Shocking.
But I went there, so I went and met the couple. So I actually went there on Saturday. So I went Saturday, wedding was Sunday, came home today, which is Monday.
Yeah.
And
it's long, isn't it, really?
I kind of said to myself, so we went to see the couple. It was about 5 o'clock. So I was only with them like 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, I've got a free Saturday night. Obviously, I had to do the place cards. But I was like, maybe I'll try and get tickets to Paddington.
Oh!
Stupidest idea ever. They're fully booked till like August.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, so. But it was fine. To be honest, I like got some food, takeout food, did the place cards. That always takes me about an hour.
So was it just you there that day, or did you have any of the other team up with you?
No, because it was just to literally pick up the place cards. It's more so I know that I'm there in London.
Yeah, you're there. You're
in.
in. Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah,
totally.
so I'm at the venue for 9 a.m. There's no like trains worries or anything like that. There is somebody on site on time. So yeah, I like to do that. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
It was really good. I don't think there's anything else I've missed. I'm sure there is, and I'm sure I'll mention it at some point. There is something I missed.
Go on then.
So this girl comes up to me in the wedding. It's quite late and like later in the evening. She says to me, "Have you got a podcast?"
Oh, you're joking.
I said, "Yeah." She said,
"Yeah, we do."
Earlier in the day. Oh well.
Now you mention it.
Now I mention it. So in the day when we were doing the family photos, the band were playing, and honestly, could not even hear myself think. And I was trying to like call out the names of the family photos. So the production guy came over and gave me a microphone. So I was calling out people's names on the microphone. She was like, "Oh, I heard you on the microphone earlier," and I thought I recognised that voice.
Oh my goodness, that's insane.
She said, "It's the podcast." She said, "Yeah." I said, "You engaged?" She said, "Yeah." So they get married next year. So I can't remember. I don't know if you told me your name, but if you did, I'm sorry. I can't remember.
Shout out.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you had the best day.
Oh.
It was a really good day. She would have seen me in my running around like a headless chicken
in action.
Crazy girl. Yeah, literally. But yeah, no, it was a really, really, really good day. She was like, "I was going to come and say to you earlier, but you looked really busy," and I was thinking, "Oh no." I was in that vibe.
Yeah, it's good you stayed clear. Was she like a part of the like direct family or like a friend?
No, I think it was a friend. So I was talking to the couple about it this morning. I think she did tell me that I think her other half was a friend of the groom's.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
So yeah, so it's currently Monday.
World.
Tomorrow I'm going to see my American couple in the morning, dropping off their welcome kit. So I'm going to drop her off. She's going for a second trial because she had her first trial in January, but obviously 6 months later, and she's kind of changed her mind on what she wants. So she's going to go back.
Ashridge wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's going for her hair. So I'm going to drop her off there. And then Thursday I'll be then at Ashridge ready for that wedding. So Ashridge, welcome party Thursday, wedding Friday, Saturday, breakfast, goodbye. So yeah, I've
Friday wedding. Oh my God.
Which is nice.
Whoa.
So I'll come back Saturday and I'll be. But yeah, so this is like the busiest week of my year.
Yeah.
Like the busiest. What's that like week? So Friday to Friday. But yeah, so
I get the fear when I have a week like that. I know. I've had the
but do you know what? Now I'm feeling quite good about it. I feel like this one's gone well. It started off the full plan. So that's my first full plan of the year. We've had on the day managements, but it started off well, and they've set the bar high. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. I was there 9 a.m. I got back to my hotel at 1:30 this morning, and I did 35,000 steps.
What?
So
that's mad.
We'll see if I beat it.
I need to put my watch back on. I took it off because I think it was out of battery or something, and I just haven't put it back on for the amount of steps I do around when I'm freelancing is just because everything is so far away, and from it, do you know what I mean? You just, and I'm like, I know I do like.
We were saying this last night because it was like must have been about 1:45, and I sat down and I just put my feet up because they were my feet were throbbing.
Yeah, that's when it's been a hardcore day.
Oh, I
when
know,
they're
right?
Yeah.
And so obviously your watch ticks over, don't it? And I'd done like 1,000 steps. And I said to Sophie, "Oh, I've done 1,000 steps." She looked at her watch, said, "I've done 2,500." But she was collecting the little bud vases. She was moving all the bud vases to one table.
Yes.
And she's like, "It's the back and forth." And I was like,
so true.
So I can imagine with your job, with freelancing, the same thing, like doing that back and forth between like putting things out.
Yeah,
I
think I said to you before, but one of the most steps I've done at a wedding for like freelancing was when I freelanced at the Savoy. Yeah. And it was we were there till like 2 a.m. That was the toughest day that still gives me and the lady.
You feel me, babes? That's my life.
Me and the lady that I was working with, occasionally we just sort of mention it, but we're like, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. We've got like flashbacks from that one.
That's literally the story of my life, though. Starting in the morning, finishing in the morning.
Oh, I know. I mean, I do. Yeah, I feel your pain because when it's busy, weddings they don't.
But do you know what? It goes like I think yesterday went so fast, but I do think it was because there was so much going on throughout the whole day. Like, I remember looking at my watch and being like, "Oh my god, my feet are already hurting," and I'm only 6 hours in, and I know I was going to be doing like 16 hours. Yeah. But then I remember looking at it again and being like, "Oh, I've only got like 4 hours. There's only like 4 hours left or whatever." But you don't really get time to think about it. You know, it's only when you like sat down. But I must have sat down for about 20 minutes throughout the whole day. Yeah, sat down, had some food, and that was about it. You just got to keep going. So you don't really get time to be bored. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is no time to be bored.
No, so, there ain't no time for that. No time for that.
Nobody get time for that. But so busy week. So next time I speak to you guys, you'll be
updating us on the Attridge wedding. Yeah.
What about your week?
Oh, my weekend. Well, it's not as hectic as yours. Let me say. I mean, I was working, but it wasn't. Was definitely nowhere near as full on as your weekend. But I was freelancing. Been freelancing all week, and then over the weekend, and then basically it's everything for. So I don't know if anyone knows or has heard of Royal Ascot, but it's the horse races in Ascot. So the company I work for, they do all the flowers and all the planting for that.
Yeah.
And we've just come off the back of planting for Queens, which is tennis. So they do, again, all the flowers and all the plants for that.
Wow,
and they literally call it sporting. So you have, I think it goes like, so I think to start with, it was the FA Cup final. Then they do Queens. Then they do Ascot. And then they do Wimbledon.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And then they've got a massive wedding next week. And it's, I think they've got about 4,000 hydrangeas coming in. Yeah, madness.
Wow.
So busy. But
where's that?
I'm actually not sure of the exact location. Wedding. Yeah, but I just know that it's
you're like doing the prepping.
There's like not much foliage. It's just like basically runners of pure white hydrangeas just all down the tables.
I'll be looking out
all
for that
down the aisles. Yeah, lush. Really nice. And then I had my own wedding as well on Saturday.
Yes, I
which
saw
was
that.
The colours were very bright, very interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
But they absolutely loved it and they were really pleased. So that's all that matters.
Good. The Luton Town
wedding.
I meant to tell mine about this. I need to tell him.
Yeah.
I saw you. I'm sure you put up a picture. Didn't you put up a bouquet or something recently? And I was like, that's so nice.
Yeah, I put up a bouquet from.
Was it the Flex Roses?
Yes.
Was it just all white Flex Roses?
Yeah.
Yes. And I was chatting to our other florist friend Victoria.
Yeah.
I said to her about it. I was like, because we were talking to a bride about, because she couldn't find a bouquet she likes, and she was like, I feel like I just only like bouquets that are just one flower. And I was like, well, actually, my friend Hayley put up a flower today, and she'd done it all in white Flex Roses. And Victoria's like, yeah, that's really nice.
I like it because it's simple. Like it's simple and it's elegant and it's classic and it looks clean and. Yeah, definitely. That was a really nice one actually. That was more my kind of vibe, like that kind of white and soft colours. But I'm up for doing anything. Like I'll do obviously whatever the couple wants colour wise, we just go with. So it's fine. But it's just a bit different going from. And then this weekend I have another wedding. So that's all white and green. So completely different.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, so white and green. So that's this Saturday.
That's a very you.
Very me vibe. So I've got to order the flowers. Today is Monday, so I'll be ordering the flowers today. They arrive Wednesday, then we condition and make sure that they open up perfectly.
And where's that
at? That is in the village where I work, so Stukely.
Nice.
So it's
nice
local. Yeah, local. Yeah, Stukely Church and so nice.
At home vibes.
At home vibes. Yeah, so it's nice though. It's
nice, exciting.
Yeah, that's it for me, really. To be honest with you, just working like you at the moment. All the days, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of blending into one now.
Oh, I know, right? And I'm like, where are we in the year? But we are literally bang on halfway through June.
Yeah.
So, literally in 2 weeks, we're gonna be halfway through the year.
Oh, it's mad. It's mad.
This Saturday is the longest day of the year, and then we're going.
Oh, of course, the 21st.
20th,
yeah.
Saturday 20th is summer solstice.
Of course it is. Yes.
Yeah.
I kept thinking it was in July, and then I couldn't remember if it was June or July, and it was annoying me. But now you've confirmed it.
I mean, it goes back by like 10 seconds a day, so we're still gonna have light. Yeah. It's start of August that you still really start noticing.
Yeah.
So you've got all of July with the light evenings. Yeah. But
because at the moment it's getting late. I mean, it's still light at like 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Because this is like the longest week. Yeah. When we did that wedding the other night, I was like,
still light.
Or last night. The other night, it was yesterday.
Don't worry, I'm not judging you.
The brain. But yeah, so I've got a wedding this Friday, and then I've not got a wedding for 3 weeks, so I've got a little break.
Oh,
which is nice.
Yeah.
Got 2 weekends off, and I've filled them both with stuff.
Oh.
Why I do it to myself, I don't. But I did think this weekend, though, I keep thinking this is a wedding weekend, but it is a Friday wedding, so I have got the weekend.
Still got the
myself.
Weekend. Amazing.
Yeah, I'll be there Saturday morning, but I'll be home by midday. I've got the rest of the day Saturday. I've got all day Sunday, so it's kind of really I can get caught up at home.
Yeah.
I need those weekends to catch. So, I'm still on.
You
top
need
of the
lifestyle. This is the thing. Yeah. I've not been here all week. Obviously, like I started on Wednesday working, and then I've done until Sunday.
Yeah, so you just feel so behind.
Yeah, and when you do when you work a Sunday, it throws you. I feel it throws me for the rest of the week. Like I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what day it is because they've all just become. There's been no weekend. The whole thing. So
this don't feel like a Monday to me.
No.
And also, you then don't have a day off.
No.
So I won't have a day off for like 2 weeks.
No. See, to be fair to me, I've had today and tomorrow off, but I need it to do. I mean, I've obviously got a child or whatever, but a child or whatever.
Child or whatever.
No. A child, and I'm brewing too at the moment, but but it's just catching up on life stuff, and obviously we do the podcast as well, so that has to be managed, and we do that as well, which we love, but it's still working,
She just said to Lily,
she works hard for the money.
She works hard. Lily just come running in, and she said, "Mummy's working."
Mummy's working right now.
Lily will soon be saying, "You're just chatting to Hannah."
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, this week is your listeners' episode. So we are going to run through some of your questions and your messages. And so starting off, we've got, hi there. After a lot of deliberation around different venue options with varying budgets, we have decided to go with a church wedding at a lovely pub in a village nearby us. That's like a wedding that I'm doing in October, isn't it? There you go. There you go. We have exclusive use of the pub, and they are very flexible with what we do with the decor. It's pretty much a blank canvas, so I'd like to add quite a lot of styling with the decor to make it look a lot more wow, stunning wedding and less local pub feel. This is actually the pub where we had our first day.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
So it's really special to us and is set in a beautiful woodland setting. The wedding will be in June, so hoping for some sunshine. Ooh. We'll have long tables with sharing boards. Any tips on decor for the overall pub? Thanks so much in advance.
Oh, this is cool. I like it. I feel like they should try and bring the outside in. If it's in a woodland area, like a woodland area, then they should try and bring in some like foliages. If you can like try and nice. Also hops, amazing. If you're getting married in June, you can get hold of some hops. You can get dried hops from...
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the... There's a company. I'll try and think of it, and maybe I'll put it in the notes or whatever so people can see. But you could hang hops. You could hang like foliages, things like that. Nice. Or, you kind of like bring that vibe in.
Yeah. Because a lot of pubs, like villagey pubs, they have like beams.
Exactly.
Like beams,
that's what I'm imagining. Yeah. So they could kind of do it like that. And obviously... We've said before, haven't we, about styling your sharing boards, so you don't necessarily have to have like huge amounts of flour.
Yeah, no, not on the tables. But you could
decorate your sharing boards with a bit of foliage or a bit of fruit. You know what I mean? Like things like that.
Yeah, love that. Do you know what I think is key here as well? Is sometimes I find in pubs, so the venue that we're actually doing for the couple is technically not really a pub because we've just basically hired. We've got the pub for like the drinks reception, and they're doing the food and drink, but then we've hired the lawn for the marquee.
Oh,
so basically it's a marquee.
It's a marquee, yeah.
But when we were originally looking at another pub, we were going to hire in. I think what's key here is furniture, right? Because the pub furniture was all a bit mismatched chairs, mismatched tables, which I know sometimes people like that vibe, but I feel like if you want it to feel like a wedding, hire in like nice chairs, nice tables. That's going to really help with the overall aesthetic of the day. I think some nice flower arrangements on the bar.
Yeah, you can add some florals, awesome. Even adding in some like linen where you could on some of the tables. I don't know whether they're having banqueting style or if they're doing sharing boards and things, but you could just you know, if you adding things like that, and like charger plate, or, you know what I mean, it makes it more weddingy. Like even if you, but you don't have to go like fancy. You know what I mean? When you get a charger plate, it can look a bit like stylized, like as it would be in a manor house, for example. But actually, let's not forget that you are in a pub and you have picked a pub because you like that vibe. But you could do like really cool things. Like you could have like beer mats like personalised for your wedding with the menu. You know what I mean? Like, or like something like that, or like bar menu.
I like that idea.
Things like that.
I love the hops, I love the foliage. I was also thinking sometimes village pubs can be quite dark.
Oh yeah.
So like with the hops and the foliage, you could hang like fairy lights and stuff in the ceiling. I know obviously it's June, but sometimes you do, if it's quite a dark
pubs are darker though inside, and they do tend to stay fairly cool.
Yeah. The other thing I would say is, if you've got it all day, I mean, I'm definitely like hire someone to come and help you, or because like a pub, if they're not used to doing weddings, they might not pick up. They might make it feel like a pub. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be like ironing your linen and stuff. Yeah. So I'd say that makes a difference. But get someone into things like go and have a look around at like sometimes the art on the walls can be a little bit like too weird or whatever. You know, it depends. Again, it depends on the pub. Some of them have got really nice decor.
Some are quirky, aren't
Some
they?
of them you're a bit like, oh yeah, no, I'm not sure about that picture. Or there might be a picture like the freaking, I don't know, the darts team from 20 years ago. You know, things like that take off the walls. But also, I've had a couple talking about this recently, but you can hire them, but you can actually do it pretty cheap yourself. But you can get like cheap frame, you know, from IKEA or whatever, like the thin black frames, and then buy like prints of artwork and stuff. Or you could even do photos of you guys. Yeah. And then have those on the wall to replace like the darts team from 20 years ago. Things like that.
I like that. Yeah, good idea.
Off the
maybe you just want to remove that.
You know? Yeah, there might just be little bits and bobs around. Move.
Yeah.
Obviously with the pub's consent to do that. But that's what I would say. Yeah. I like your idea there about like the hops and stuff. And I think nice arrangement on the bar. Yeah. I think some nice signage and stuff. Maybe like a load of like you know, photos that you've got printed out of you guys could be quite really nice cool. on a wall.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, it's difficult to advise about seeing it as well, isn't it?
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So and please don't go bunting.
Sorry, I'm so glad that you did say that.
I feel like some people do pubs and bunting.
I literally feel like I wasn't bunting like everywhere though at one point. 2013, 2014, it was like bunting central.
All over the place, literally.
I'm making my own bunting for my wedding. Oh, give it a rest, please, Rachel. Okay.
Okay, next up we've got, now I don't know if you remember this. This was back in April, a couple of months ago. We had a listener write in and they were saying that they were a little bit worried about like the venue and stylists. They kept like cancelling and rescheduling appointments.
Yes.
Can you remember? And then they'd started seeing some like negative reviews online.
I remember.
And things like that. Yeah, there wasn't a formal contract. There was only invoices. So anyway, we've got an update.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Hi, Hannah and Hayley. I wanted to send a little follow-up after you kindly read out my dilemma on the podcast. Thank you. I felt very seen. I took your advice and sent a more strongly worded email, and it definitely worked. The forest replied, scheduled a call, and came prepared with a mood board. We've now finalised the plans, which does feel like progress. A couple of things I've since learned. They don't actually have a permanent studio. They hire spaces like hotels for consultations, so there won't be any showroom visits before the wedding due to the time of year. Next point is I've seen them post a couple of recent weddings on Instagram, which is somewhat reassuring. That said, I still don't feel 100% confident. It feels like I'm now in a position where I have to trust them and hope for the best, as we don't have the budget to start again with a new supplier. One ongoing frustration, I've been waiting for over a week now for a full invoice breakdown I've requested. I need this to send to our original venue who cancelled on us to try and recover additional costs for flowers due to the venue change. So the delay is adding extra stress. I'm also wondering, is it normal not to meet the florist in person or see any product before the day? I'd love your thoughts on whether this now feels like a situation to stick with and manage closely, or if there are still any red flags I shouldn't ignore. Thank you again. Absolutely love the podcast.
Okay. No.
Well, just to start off with that permanent studio thing, that's quite not. I don't understand the hiring of hotels for consultation.
No, I didn't get that. That
I suppose it's a bit
confuses
like
me.
you go into a coffee shop, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah.
They'll just go and sit with us for
yeah,
weeks
for sure.
Because they want to, maybe that's their brand. So they're a bit more luxury, so they want
Yeah,
to sit
so they want to sit. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because at the end of the day, a lot of florists work from a studio. There's not like coming to my.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
not
normal.
really like a come and sit and have a coffee in there. It's like a working studio, so I can understand that. But
the invoice thing.
the invoice thing is, I mean,
You feel very seen right now, I'll tell you right now, because I literally sent the longest, rantiest voice note to Hayley the other day. I cannot believe, and I say this every year. I say every year, so I don't know why I'm shocked every year. The amount of suppliers I'm chasing at the minute for invoices. I'm like, do you not want to get paid? It is your job.
I find that mad. I've never understood that. Honestly, I literally do a job. Say if I'm freelancing, then I do a job.
Yeah.
Most I'll leave it is 3 days afterwards to send it because I don't want to seem like too keen. Too keen. But
so I
get
would
it
say
in. Like, let's just be real here.
But I will say, it's creatives. Anyone that I know that is like a real creative, I just think that creatives. And look, Hayley, you'll probably tell me whether you feel this. And I think we've probably spoke about this before. You're a creative.
Yeah.
I think a lot of creatives struggle to sit down at a laptop and do admin.
Yeah, it's not my favourite thing to do, I won't lie, but then at the same time I like making money, so why wouldn't I do invoicing?
You're getting the invoice.
Oh god, but it's seriously part of like the amount you're with everything. Maybe it's not everyone's the same, but the whole reason I love what I do, but I also do it to pay my mortgage. Like that's my job, like if you don't do an invoice, you don't get paid, and but also for peace of mind of the couple, like they need to, you need to know where you stand as a supplier, because you need to know if they're happy with that invoice. Then you can go ahead and do finalised quotes,
get your order in, and
whatever, and then they need to know so that they know what they're expected to pay, or if they need to change anything.
But I do think you've been in business for a long time, and you're very busy. So I think that you are probably on it more with your admin. I don't know other florists are the same, but I don't know other florists who haven't been in business as long, or they're maybe not as busy. So they will have days where they're like, oh, do I want to sit at my laptop? Or do I want to go and fast around with some flowers? Then they get behind, and do some social media.
Don't get me wrong. Like I could be better. Like social media is a thing for me that I need to get better at. But like in terms of admin, like with my couples and sending, I've always been quite good.
You've always been on it.
Just because it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look at what she's saying. It's making her feel anxious, and it's making her lose confidence in the company. In the
supplier. Yeah, definitely.
It's a difficult one really, because I don't know if she's
I would say though, I just to kind of try and instill some confidence there.
Yeah,
I get it all the time. So
I've
got a supplier for a wedding that is very soon, and I cannot tell you how many times I've chased that invoice. The couple have chased for the invoice. We've openly said in like WhatsApp chats, "Can you please send me your invoice?" And there's other things we're chasing her on, and I just can't believe that we still haven't got this stuff.
Bothers me. Bothers me.
I know, but it happens.
It does happen.
I'm not defending them. No, I think it's
just
terrible.
to give some context, they're not like an exception to the rule, and also
exactly.
I don't want to make excuses, but if they are busy, which you'd like to hope that they are, if they're a decent florist, then they might be doing lots and lots of weddings, being out on site like all week, doing pack downs, break. There might be, and it might just be that they slip this week. A week. Yeah. A week is not ideal, but it's not the worst. Like a week to wait for an invoice. It's not. I mean, you don't want to wait a week, but a week is.
I've waited weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say I've waited a month before for. Yeah. Actually, I think a week is probably now, like this time of year, is probably about average.
Probably a bit of the norm, yeah.
Really,
yeah, that is the other thing. And you said they've started posting weddings on Instagram. It's probably because it is now wedding season. They've started to do more. So they probably, I don't know. But again, you need to, if you've already sent them a strongly worded email, I would just follow up and be like, look, we expect, or start asking, I'm having this a bit with a venue at the minute, actually, where I'm having to be like, can you let me know when you think you are going to have X by?
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't think it's normal to not meet the florist and go for a site visit together. I think every wedding I've ever done, you go for a site visit with the florist.
Yeah.
You know, and she's put, is it normal not to meet the florist in person or see any product? Maybe not see any product.
No, but at least meet them
and go for a site visit. I think that's the norm, isn't it?
It is for me. I just don't know how everybody works, but yeah, normally.
But all the florists I've ever worked with, we go for a site visit.
I always offer. Not everyone wants to. Well, that's fine. That's their call. But I might then just go on my own, just for my own peace of mind. But
I've never. I think it's very rare that I would have done a wedding. Trying to think now. I think every single wedding I've got this year, there's a full plan. We've gone to the venue and done even like for my American couples.
Yeah.
My couple that are in Australia, you're doing their wedding. We're doing a site visit with them. Like even all of them, we've done a site visit with the florist because it just helps. It's really hard with flowers to talk about different areas 100%. And you need to go and look and be like, oh, what about this area? What about this area?
It's all visual, and so you need to see it. You need to scale everything up. It's hard to explain things over a email.
Actually, the florist needs to see that, unless it's a venue they already know. And they're just like, oh no, we don't need to site visit. I don't know, but I just feel like that's
sort of part of what you do. Like it's part of what I do now. I just sort of.
Yeah, I wonder if they've said no. Have you just not asked for it? Have they just not asked to do it?
Yeah, you should offer. You should ask them if you can do one.
When are they getting married? Have they said?
Is it?
They probably said before. Oh, July 2026. Oh yeah, you've got over a year.
No, that's next month.
Okay, we're in June. This goes out. When does this podcast go out?
So this will go out this like it's
20 something. Okay, so you're still gonna have how many weeks you're gonna have till this wedding? Well, it depends when your wedding is in July. Even if you got a week to go, I'd still just ring them up. Say I want to get in a site visit tomorrow.
Yeah, I really want to see how this one plays out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I just hope they come through for them. I'm sure they will. I think it's just a case of being busy.
Yeah.
But now I've realised how close it is to the wedding. I realise why leaving it a week to get the final invoice is not happy. They're not happy about it. To be fair, I get it.
Yeah. But keep us up to date.
Yeah,
We'd love to know. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks so much. Well, that's us for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the episode. You know where we are. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. TikTok? TikTok.
Yes.
That's why I said TikTok. TikTok. We're at Let's Get You Web Podcast. Make sure you follow us, subscribe, like. It really helps us, guys.
Yeah.
We need to do this, so it helps us to be seen.
Yes, get us seen.
Leave us a review. Watch us on YouTube, so then you know what we look like. You know, this bride didn't know for my voice, but you should watch.
She would have known
by.
Yeah. And I look rough all the time.
No. Thanks, guys.
Dear.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.